The centre court lights had been her spotlight for one glorious week. The grass beneath her feet had witnessed history. And as Eala walked off the hallowed turf of the All England club for the final time in 2026, the world rose to its feet. Not to mourn a defeat, but to celebrate a dream. The 21-year-old Filipina had come to Wimbledon as a promising player seeded 29th. She leaves as a national icon, the first Filipino in the Open era to reach the fourth round of a Grand Slam singles tournament. She had stunned the defending champion Iga Swiatek on centre court, sent shockwaves through the tennis world, and captured the hearts of 115 million Filipinos who stayed up past midnight just to watch her swing a racket. Yes, her miraculous run ended in a hard-fought fourth-round loss to Jasmine Paolini. But this wasn't an ending, it was a beginning. And when Eala finally broke her silence after the heartbreaking exit, her words left fans around the world in tears. Because what she said wasn't about defeat, it was about gratitude, growth, and a love for the game that transcends winning and losing. The tears on centre court, a dream ends but a legend begins. As the reality of her defeat sank in, Eala stood on centre court, her eyes glistening with tears that weren't just for the loss. She had just fallen to Jasmine Paolini in a gripping three-set battle that lasted 2 hours and 21 minutes. The Italian, a 2024 Wimbledon finalist, had proved too experienced on the day, winning 6-4, 4-6, 6-3. But as Eala walked off the court, she received something far more valuable than a victory, a standing ovation from the centre court crowd. It was a recognition of everything she had achieved over the past week. She had defeated Renata Zarazua, avenged her Eastbourne final loss to Maya Joint, and then produced the performance of her life against defending champion Iga Swiatek. The crowd wasn't applauding a loser, they were applauding a champion who had just been born. Eala, true to her character, was gracious in the moment. "I gave everything that I could. I did everything that I could do today, so I'm proud of that," she said in her post-match press conference. "I have to be proud of what I've achieved this week. I'm leaving with positive thoughts." Her tears were not of regret, but of overwhelming gratitude. "I'm proud of how I handled things," Eala's emotional press conference. The post-match press conference was where Eala truly broke her silence, and where her words left fans around the world in tears. With remarkable maturity beyond her 21 years, Eala addressed the media with honesty, vulnerability, and a perspective that resonated with millions. "Yes, of course there are things that I would have liked to do differently," she admitted. "But in the end, I think that's just tennis. That's also what's beautiful about tennis. Every match, it's different. You're always finding solutions. The opponent is always finding ways to make you uncomfortable." She acknowledged that her serve wasn't at its best but refused to make excuses. "My serve was not as good today as maybe other matches. But I have days like that. Everyone has days where they don't play their best tennis. I understand that's part of the job." The humility in her words was staggering. Here was a player who had just beaten the defending champion, who had made history for her country, who had inspired millions, and she was speaking about her performance with the kind of self-awareness that usually takes decades to develop. "With that being said, I'm really proud of how I handled things. I think I just have to move forward and continue with my progress. Everything. Salamat, Wimbledon," the viral post that broke hearts. The day after her defeat, Eala took to social media with a message that would break the internet and leave fans in tears. On her Instagram account, she shared a photo of herself making a heart sign to the crowd at centre court. Her caption was simple but devastatingly heartfelt: "Everything. Salamat, thank you, Wimbledon." The four-word message encapsulated everything she was feeling: gratitude for the experience, love for the fans, and a deep appreciation for the journey. It was a reminder that for Eala, tennis has never been just about winning. It's about the people who supported her, the moments that shaped her, and the dreams that fueled her. The post quickly went viral, with thousands of fans from the Philippines and around the world responding with messages of support. "She may have lost the match, but she won the hearts of millions," one fan wrote. "Salamat, Alex, for making us proud." The post was a testament to Eala's character, a young woman who, despite the heartbreak of defeat, chose to focus on the beauty of the experience rather than the pain of the loss. The support of a nation, fans left in tears, but filled with pride. Back home in the Philippines, the reaction to Eala's Wimbledon exit was overwhelming. Sports arenas around the country had hosted watch parties for thousands of supporters, with one near Manila opening its doors 4 hours before the local scheduled start time. The Philippine Sports Commission organized a public watch party at the PhilSports Arena in Pasig City, where more than 100 fans gathered to cheer for the 21-year-old. When the final point was played, there were tears, but they were tears of pride, not sadness. "She's like a ray of hope for the Philippines," said fan Roberto Ocampo Jr. at Wimbledon. The Rafa Nadal Academy, where Eala has trained since she was 13, paid tribute to its standout graduate. "So proud of you, Alexandra Eala. Keep shining. The best is yet to come." Vamos, the Academy posted on social media. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had earlier called her world-class and terrific. Eala, for her part, was overwhelmed by the support. "Thank you to all the Pinoys supporting at Wimbledon, and at the watch parties, to everyone posting memes and sending messages. I didn't expect to receive this much love. Very grateful," she said. The best is yet to come, Eala's message of hope for the future. Despite the heartbreak of her Wimbledon exit, Alex Eala's message to her fans was one of hope and determination. "The best is yet to come," the Rafa Nadal Academy had posted. And Eala herself echoed that sentiment. Her Wimbledon run had reinforced what has become one of the defining themes of her breakout season, that she can consistently challenge the sports elite. In an 11-game stretch against opponents ranked in the top 10 in the world, Eala has gone 7-4, highlighted by victories over some of the biggest names on the WTA Tour. She has climbed to a new career high ranking of world number 28. And she knows that the lessons from Wimbledon will only make her stronger. "I think it's important that every match I played this week, and every match that I play, I go in with the self-esteem and the thought that I'm able to win," she said. "There are so many positive conclusions to draw from this tournament. First of all, how I think I handled the pressure. I'm happy to have faced it with my head held high." As she prepares for the North American hard-court swing, Eala knows that the world will be watching. And she's ready to give them everything she has.